Babwe Banter, Babwe Banter.
Hello everybody, Babwe Banter back again. It's been a while. JJ, how are you keeping?
Maddie, how are you doing, my boy?
Yeah, good to have all of us with us. Marshy failed, Fundi failed.
Story of our lives, eh?
Yeah, story of our lives, but we're back. And
just the die-hard banter boys here.
yeah, you know, we'll just have a bit of a bant. It's been a while, obviously, since we've been on the show. And just before we had the last, we were talking about the finals of the Paramount Garments under-20s, which was played at Sports Club. And I don't know, did you make it there?
I didn't. I was out of town, but sounded like there was a good vibe there, good atmosphere.
Yeah, it was very good.
And a good final, hey?
Yeah, very good. It was actually a very good day. Highlands Sports Club versus Old Herarians in the runners-up was also a very good game. Highlands Sports Club winning that 32-13. They had a good bunch of boys. They really came together at the end there. Then in the ladies, the Raiders played Zimburu, and Zimburu came ahead. Their coach is doing really well for Zimburu. He's a really nice guy, and he's really put in the work. It's nice to see. And then, Pitbulls just edging over Old Georgians in the final, 21-18. I must admit, they put in the work, eh? Those guys, yeah, they've got a very good...
Sounded like it could have gone either way, that game, eh?
It could have. I think as an individual, OG's probably had it just over the Pitbulls, but as a team, the Pitbulls hadn't lost all season. They had some very big boys. And, it was sort of one way. And at one point I thought, OGs have this. And then, no, they've got like not even a minute to play left in the game. And they get a penalty first in front of the post at halfway. And they take a quick tap and they go. And I thought, okay, maybe it was a bit far. Run, get in onto the 22. Penalty in front of the posts. And there's no time left. And the scrum half took a quick tap, and I was like, "Oh my word! Why did no one run onto the field?" They had like 7 coaches, all with mics and everything. I mean, someone should have said, "Somebody stop that boy!" But it is what it is. That's history, and that's what happens when you're young and you're full of testosterone, and it's all going, and you're in a final, eh? Yeah, we all know, always take the points in the final, eh?
Exactly. And
there were a couple of times, and the kickers was really kicking well for both teams. So I think it would have been I was hoping for that extra time, just because it was such a good game. But anyway, it is what it is, and well done to the Pitbulls. Well done to
Pitbulls. They didn't lose a game the whole season.
Yeah. So they've got a good thing going there, and they're taking it into the men's. Let's see, they normally... Obviously, some of their boys go back to Churchill because they're 19, 20-ish. So
some of them are probably teaching.
Some of them, and play coach. So, no, just humour their boys. Well done. We big up to you guys. Well done.
And Maddie, any possibles for Sables and Goshawks inside that Pitbull squad?
Oh, massive. A lot of them are in the throws for going on this tour. Where are they going, JJ? They are going to the Bath Trophy.
The Bath Trophy.
Yeah, they're going to the Bath Trophy. They will be playing against Kenya, Zambia, Tunisia. I'm not too sure when that... it's in April. So that's coming up.
That's couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, so I'm sure Sean's gearing up his boys for that.
Yeah.
We've won it the last 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
So let's hope they can... I think they've got a very good
chance. Make it a three-peat, eh?
Yeah, why not, eh? Talking about Pete's, we've got Peter Bernardi, who's just been made the Sables
head coach, yeah.
Well, they say interim. What does that mean?
I think it depends where you hear it from. There's a couple of posts on social media that said Sables interim coach, which implies he's the coach until they find a permanent head coach. But other posts say he is the Sables head coach. So
he's based in Cape Town. His family's in Cape Town. So maybe that's one of the things that are holding him back. But I'm pretty sure Pete will put in the time. I know he's one hell of a man for the
Yes,
team.
yeah, he's been quite a standout for a couple of the boys. He's paid gym subs for some guys, paid a gym to borrow some weights so that he could take them to the guys to train, been preparing meals for the boys, all out of his own pocket. So it just shows that he is committed to the game, you know.
That's for sure.
I don't think his appointment is anything political or...
And we got some of his stats here. Pete.
In fact, I was watching a clip of his on social media where he was the captain of the Prince Edward Tigers when he was in PE.
Yeah.
They went down to Pretoria. There's that clip of him playing at Loftus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's good, eh? It was a very good. He was the year above me, and when I got to Prince Edward, it was like, oh, so you're the fly half, are you? Are you a Bernardi, are you? And I had all of that going through as I went through my life. It was always, you think you're as good as Bernardi. But look, the man is good. And he was Prince Edward High School. He played for Western Province Pumas, we know. He played for
some club in
France. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And False Bay, Stellenbosch. He coached Rondebosch High School, False Bay, and Sables, and Goshawks and Steelers. Look, Pete, at least you finally got your Sables colours. So well done to you.
One way of getting into the Sables.
One way of getting your Sables colours. Well done, Babwe.
On that note, congratulations to Pete. We know where we are with Zim Rugby. Last 2 years in a row, we've just needed to beat Namibia, which looked possible at the time, but we've always fallen short. So let's hope. I
don't envy your job, and we are hoping to have you on the show next week, and maybe you can fill us in when you come.
Yep.
And we'll get a bit more information on that. When he comes on next week. And we'll get on to some international news after this break.
Babwe, Banter.
A big thank you to the Highlander for allowing us to use the premises to record this episode of Babwe Banter.
Babwe, Banter.
So that's not meant to be on your face.
On my face.
Okay. How's it back, fellow Babweans? Here we are with a bit of a bant, and we are going to cover the Highlands Sports Nedbank Cup that was held over the past couple of weeks. We had a couple of the Barbarians there helping out with the OGs. OGs take a while to get started in the season. Aren't really, they're not really that keen to get out there. But it was a very well supported, well organized, and the guys earned some money for a change, which is really nice, you know.
Yeah.
Which OGs would actually pull the trigger because we need money. But it was brilliant, and well done to Highlands Sports Club. They won the final against Alderarians. Alderarians had more of the Goshawk Sable sort of thing from Pete, but I wonder what's going to happen there with Pete now being Sable's coach. He can't coach Alderarians, can he?
I suppose up to a certain period, and then once Goshawks and Sables go into camp, then he's going to have to shift his focus. You don't think so?
I don't think it's ethical, because now you're choosing from your own ranks. So I don't think you can. I don't think the national coach can be a coach of a club.
Well,
he can help, I'm sure.
We'll find out from Pete when we get him on the show.
Yeah, we will. We'll find out from Pete when you get him on the show.
While you're on that match, Maddie, what an interesting comeback from Highlands Sports Club, hey?
Yeah.
It was 3-10 halftime.
Yeah.
To Alderarians.
Yeah.
And then second half, Sports Club just pulled that trigger, hey, and it ended 16-13.
Yeah.
To Sports Club.
Also close though, hey? Yeah, those guys are.
I think Alderarians thought they had that game in the bag.
Yeah.
They took the foot off the gas second half, but what a comeback from Sports Club.
It happens. Yeah, look, when money's involved, don't take your foot off the gas.
Yep. Everything to play for.
Yeah. So anyway, well done to the guys for organizing such a brilliant thing. Thank you to Nedbank. Yeah, brilliantly done. And JJ, tell us what's happening in the Super Rugby, or what do you call it? What is that?
So there's Super Rugby and URC. Maybe let's start with the URC. So that took a bit of a break because of the Six Nations, but they started up again last weekend. This weekend is the big one. We've got the Blue Bulls in Ireland playing against Leinster.
Leinster being defending champions?
Are they?
I'm asking. Why is it such a big one?
Because Leinster, the last 2 years, this would be the third year in a row that they've been at number 1.
Okay.
Bulls, they've been number 4, number 5, but they've always gone to Ireland. The first year they beat Leinster. Second year, I think it was not a draw. I can't remember, but it was quite close. So
they like playing there.
The Bulls have found a way to beat Leinster at home, which is good.
It's how they do at the Shark Tank. They love playing at the Shark Tank. They always win at the Bulls. Oh, they love it. They love going to the beach. They love the stickies.
So that's on tomorrow night.
Cool.
7:35 our time.
Okay.
It's going to be a big one because Bulls are sitting at number 2 on the log. Leinster are number 1. So that's always a big one. And Leinster, don't forget, are coached by ex-Springbok coach.
Okay. And then we've got Sharks versus Edinburgh. Sharks, you said, won a match.
Sharks finally won a match last week.
That's pretty much the Springboks versus Edinburgh.
Which is not comforting at all. You've got 3/4 of your team being Springboks and you're being beaten by Italian clubs and Irish clubs and ish.
It just shows you how much a coach has to do with winning ways, eh?
Yep.
Pick up to Jake.
Stormers doing okay, not as good as they were the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They used to sit in that top number 2, number 3 spot. They're down at number 6. Lions not doing too bad. Hey?
I heard.
They also had a good comeback last week. They were down.
Young team.
Yeah. Which the Sharks could take a lesson from. I mean, although they do have all the box in there, it's a case of knowing how to play with what you've got. So yeah, that's URC for this weekend. Super Rugby Pacifica, a couple of big matches there.
So Crusaders are doing really well.
If you turn the log upside down, they'll be at the top.
They're at that top. Yeah. Lekker.
Sheesh. Crusaders are in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
5 losses on the trot.
Yeah.
And
Australia teams are playing really well.
They are. They've stepped up. I think a lot of them putting their hands up early with Joe Schmidt coming in as the new head coach of Australia. There's a lot of talent there.
Have they pumped some money maybe into the rugby and started to get it going again, or change the culture? Because they needed to do something.
They needed to, but I don't think they've pumped money in yet, because you've got clubs like Brumbies, and I think it was Western Force. If it wasn't Western Force, it's probably the Rebels. But I know 2 of the 5 Australian clubs were on the verge of filing for bankruptcy 2 months ago.
Okay.
So just before the start of Super Rugby, they were about to pull the plug on 2 of those teams. But I'm not sure what the story is there in terms of the club rugby. But
they are doing very well.
With the Wallabies, we'll wait and see.
It'll be very interesting
what Joe Schmidt picks. And the big one for this weekend is Crusaders Chiefs. But I think the Crusaders have reached a point where it's just become demoralizing for them. They almost won last week. They
almost win every week.
for the first time in the match, they led, I think it was the 70th minute, right up until maybe the 78th minute, and then just lost it at the end there.
Who was that to? When have they played the Pacifica yet?
No, they haven't. They played Drua. They lost to
Drua, huh?
Yeah. They lost against the Fijians.
Interesting.
So that's one I thought they were going to win, because you've got some big names in there still. but obviously,
Kavili, I mean, those are some flipping good
Yeah.
players. Eh? But yeah, I suppose if you don't have it and you're still learning new things, new coach, we all know how important a coach is. Eh?
so their coach Rob Penny is actually concerned that if they lose this weekend, they're gonna spiral. Like this is uncharted territory for them. So if they lose this weekend, it's not gonna be good for them mentally.
Yeah. Well, losing 4, losing 5, losing 6. What's the difference there, JJ? Yeah. All right. And then what else do we have, JJ? I think we will come back to you guys. We've got next week, we've got Roger Woodward. We're going to try and get Pete on the show with us. And yeah, we're going to start ramping it up. It's coming up to rugby season, JJ. So it's getting exciting.
We're looking forward to that Moana Festival at Prince Edward, as well as the
St. John's
Pure Drop. I got to get that right. I got to stop calling it the Cooking Oil, Festival. The Pure Drop Festival. Yes. So
quite a few festivals coming up.
They are. And then after the festivals, it's bang into rugby season.
Season. That's what we live for. Eh?
Hopefully, we can get out to a couple of the schools.
Yeah.
Give us a shout if you want us to pop into your school and just do a couple of interviews for the rugby. Chat to a couple of the boys.
Yeah. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And it'll get more festive. Next week we'll have the boys on site. Hopefully Marshall gets found, and I don't know where the hell Marshall is. He's probably Escadini or something. And we'll have Roger Woodward on the show next week. So we look forward to seeing you guys soon. And let's keep it real. Big up from Babwe Banter. Thanks everyone.
Babwe.